Hi guys, it's me, Teresa Perrin. Welcome back. Today I want to discuss with you NVAX. I'm sure you've seen me tweeting about it quite a bit over the past couple of weeks, and I thought I would tell you why. NVAX is a biotech company that focuses on the discovery, development, and commercialization of vaccines to prevent serious infectious diseases and addresses health needs. Now, the big candidate for this company is NVAX-CoV2373, which is a coronavirus vaccine that is currently up for FDA emergency use authorization. And you may have seen news articles related to its pending approval. The government contract it most recently signed, although guys, you need to see what they haven't told you because this is even bigger than what they've let on. And the SEC's filing that I'm going to go over with you shows that. And I also want to review the chart with you because it is pending a golden crossover. Now, guys, this company is a very well-known company that was trading as high as over $275 at one point this year. That was like the high of year, right? It currently has, I believe, about a short interest approximately around 18%. I haven't looked closely lately, but that was the last number I believe looking at last week, maybe. So I'm sure it hasn't changed that much. In fact, it may have even gone up because it did get shorted pretty badly on, was it Monday? Today's Wednesday, guys. I don't even know what day it is. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. Anyways, I think it was Tuesday. Wait, is today Tuesday? Oh God, today's only Tuesday. Guys, I am so sorry. I am not myself. I have a very good friend in the ICU that is not doing well with cancer and COVID and pneumonia. So this NVAX is actually very close to my heart right now because, perhaps if she had a better vaccine, she was vaccinated, but she's had COVID multiple times since. Perhaps if something better was out there, then she wouldn't be in the place she is in right now. But anyways, just forgive me. My mind's a little bit disoriented, but I want to get this information out to you quickly so that you have it for tomorrow, guys. I'm lost. So anyways, I believe the short interest is somewhere around 18%, guys. And as you can see, going from $275 high to a low of about 35, 37, something like that, guys. I'll bring up the chart in a few minutes and show you. But it's pretty significant. And at the end, you'll hear there's some heavy hitters involved in this one, so we need to be careful as well. But there's very bullish news coming out, and it does have an outperform rating by analysts, guys. There are 34.12 million shares, or 43.67% institutional ownership, and a total of 504 institutions are invested in this. The top 5 investors are Vanguard Group, BlackRock, State Street Global Advisors, Susquehanna, which, warning, red flag, and Geode Capital Management. Now, guys, given the fact that it has an outperform rating and a low of 35, an average of 152.60, and a high of $207. Those are the price targets based on the 5 institutions that have given ratings. Now, guys, take it with a grain of salt. The $35 low, I am sure, is the one that's shorting this, as the high is probably the most bullish for the 207, but the average, guys, of all is 152.60. And believe it or not, the one with the most is actually in the high level, guys. So most people think highly of this. It's that 35 that's bringing down the average. I think from the looks of it, it looks like about 4 out of the 5 probably gave it that 207 and 1 gave it the 35. So all I'm saying here with that is that this stock has a lot of room to run and a lot of potential. And as I'm going to tell you in the end, I've done quite well in the options chain. But if you are new to options, this is not the stock to get involved in, because you can make a lot of money, but you can lose a lot of money. If you don't know what you're doing, this is probably not one you should try to learn on. But guys, there's a lot of news breaking on COVID. And this morning, my stock scanner was going nuts on the fact of FDA still considers COVID an emergency, and the WHO is saying that there's issues all around the globe. I mean, it was just going like literally for the first hour of the trading day, it was nuts. And I was like, what are they trying to get? Like Novavax and Moderna and Pfizer and these other vaccines to run? Because in the beginning of the day, this wasn't running. I was like, well, they're failing it. That's what their goal is. But it was interesting. But knowing what I know and knowing that I believe we're looking at FDA approval this week and possibly even tomorrow, we're in a pretty good place. But again, I remind you, and I'm going to remind you again at the end of the video so you don't forget, CPI data is out at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. So that could have an effect on the stock. But guys, let's get into it because there is a lot to talk about and I want you to know. So have a great night. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Okay guys, so the latest filing from Novavax was the 8K that is dated on July 6th. However, this did not come into the system until July 11th. And what it shows is that they were given an order for 3 million doses of COVID. They're a COVID vaccine candidate. It has a CoV2 SARS something whatever number to it, but that's their vaccine, guys, for COVID. Now, the important part is because every newspaper article out there is reporting that the order was for 3 million shares, but the order is for an initial delivery of 3 million shares and up to 100 million shares, guys. I mean, 100 million doses. I keep saying shares. I meant doses. So the initial order was for 3 million doses, but it's up to an aggregate of 100 million doses, inclusive of the initial lot of approximately 3 million. Now, this is dependent on the FDA approval, guys, and it says that right in this 8K filing. However, do you think that the government would go and make an agreement with Novavax if they didn't know that their vaccine candidate was being approved by the FDA? Come on now. And there's other articles that I'm going to show you that are very bullish for this. Okay, guys, it says, why Novavax stock shot higher today? A media report says the company's coronavirus vaccine is about to be authorized for use in the U.S. Apparently, Novavax deal with U.S. government to supply 3.2 million doses of its NVAX CoV-2373 coronavirus vaccines announced Monday was a precursor to the jab's authorization. A media outlet reported the following day that Novavax is on the cusp of winning authorization for the vaccine, also known by the brand name Nuvaxovid. And the company's shares promptly rose by nearly 4%. So what? Now, guys, see again, even in this article, it's saying to supply 3.2 million doses. Like I just showed you, they're leaving out the big kicker here. That's the first the first delivery of up to 100 million doses, guys, which is huge. And the profit potential for our Novavax is insane. So, it says, so what? In an article published early Tuesday afternoon, Politico.com wrote the FDA is going to grant emergency use authorization for CoV-2373 in the very near future. The article's sources, two people with knowledge of the matter, according to the Politico, say this could come as early as Wednesday. Guys, it is coming. I am very bullish with the price action that I've seen over the last few days because it's not an uncommon trend when Wall Street knows that a stock is about to get authorization for a drug, that they plummet it or they try to bring it down as much as possible before they let it rise again so that they can get cheaper shares. And so that also it sets off the option base because people were loading up. This stock hit almost $80. Dipped down to around $60 or $64 or something like that before it started ripping again, guys. This is something, if you go back to a lot of drugs, right before they get a FDA approval, this tends to happen. It's just something that I've seen. So it's not uncommon. And based on that, I believe it's very possible that this news could come tomorrow, which is why I'm bringing this to you, because you need to be aware because there's a lot of money potentially to be made on this play. So now it says neither the FDA nor Novavax has commented on Politico's report. So they haven't said when it's going to happen. But guys, And I'm not going to continue the rest because it's just the price action and then what for now, and it doesn't matter. But I do want to show you the chart because here is where I am extremely bullish. Okay, guys, this is where I am extremely bullish because this is the 1-year chart. And as you can see, back in September, we had a high above $275 at the very top of the chart there. Now, it has come all the way down to a low of like $37 and change, guys, back in June. Now we're starting to trend up again, and check it out. We just made a golden cross, which is a smaller moving average crossing above a larger moving average. And a few days ago, or actually the beginning of July, you can see, or the end of June, beginning of July, it's hard to tell the exact date right here, but you can see the 13 crossed above the 48 SMA. Now today, the 20 crossed above the 48 SMA. So tomorrow, because they're very close to each other, guys, we will see the 20 cross above the 50 SMA, which is extremely bullish. So wouldn't it be a coincidence on the same day that it's getting a golden cross that we get news that the vaccine was authorized? And I expect this thing to rip like no tomorrow. Now, I'm going to go and show you the daily chart as well because it is running in the after hours. And as you can see, we closed the day out today, guys, at around, let's see, I think it was $69.71, guys. But I'm having trouble seeing it on my chart for some reason. But anyways, as you can see, we went up in the after hours today to a high of $73. And we came down to finish out the after hours at $71.17. Guys, today I was watching earlier and I could tell that we were about to get a big move because see this candlestick right here at around 1 p.m.? It kept bouncing and it hit like $72, bounced off, and then they kept trying to wick it higher. But then it got like shorted back down, it appeared, because I don't know who the heck would be selling waiting for this news. But whatever, maybe day traders were in down here, saw it leveling off, got out of the trade. Who knows, whatever. But anyways, we did run back up. We made the crossover. Now, right now in the morning, depending on what happens with CPI, guys, remember, it could always come down a little bit before it rips back up. I do think that NVAX will be a runner tomorrow. But again, if you're going to trade it, look for a good entry. Just for full disclosure, I am currently long calls. I have $64 calls, and I do have, I think it's $75 calls as well, guys, because I've been bullish on this stock for a couple of weeks, and I've done very, very well trading it. When it runs, I mean, it runs. Like if you go back on my Twitter, you can see my profits from last week's call options. They were insane. But anyways, guys, or it might have been the week before, I posted one of them, but I've made like insane gains on this stock for 2 weeks in a row. We just have to know when to get in and when to get out of it. But there is a lot of potential and a lot of money to be made. Now, let me be very clear about this. This is not a cheap options contract. They are very, very expensive, guys. However, it's because of the volatility of this stock. And this stock doesn't move by a few cents. This stock moves by several dollars a day. So you're going to pay for that premium. But guys, keep in mind, it takes money to make money. So, you know, you may not be able to buy the number of contracts that you normally could, but even if you buy one or two, you can do very, very well in this if you time it correctly. Please don't start trying to trade options on a stock like this because it's not realistic, and you can also lose a lot of money too. So you need to be very careful. But anyways, this is a very nice setup for tomorrow. I think we make that golden cross. I think we have a beautiful run. Hopefully we get the vaccine news. But again, warning, CPI data is coming out at 8:30. So guys, anything can happen. And see how below, I trade off the 1348. The green is the 13, the purple is the 48. See here this afternoon how it slightly dipped under. I expect something very similar to happen tomorrow and then it to rip back up. So guys, looking forward to tomorrow. Earlier on Monday, this did hit just below $80 and it pulled back substantially, as you can see here. Now, another warning is, and this is not being cruel, but Susquehanna is one of the institutions that is long this position. So I'm telling you that because you need to be very careful because, again, I don't know what they're doing, but they have a history with option contracts and things like that. So like I keep trying to tell everyone with options, you get in, you get up, you get out, okay? Take it with a grain of salt. You do you, I do me. That's how I run it. Nothing I say is financial advice, but there's a lot of money to be made in this stock right now as far as I'm concerned. So I wish you all the best of luck if you do trade it, and have a great night. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Take